Phil.
Are you listening? Damn.
He can't dance.
He can dance.
He loves apple pie.
He is always late.
This boy enjoys NASCAR more than anybody I know.
He loves some chicken.
And he sleeps with his dog.
He has 5 illegitimate children.
He's also short where it counts.
And this guy's got a third leg.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Race to 100. I am Neil Batang.
And I am Rick Thorcell.
And if you haven't guessed by now, we are in fact talking about...
What?
Racial stereotypes.
What?
Racial stereotypes.
Stereotypes.
Racial stereotypes.
I don't know what you're talking about. All that stuff was true.
Oh my goodness. No, man, scratch all that. So, yeah, I guess we've had this talk a few times before, and I guess I'm going to ask you first. So how do you feel when minorities come to you and bring those stereotypes to you? Do you laugh them off? Does it make you mad? Are you just like, whatever, there's some truth, some isn't true, this, that, and the third?
That's funny. Yeah, I actually do sleep with my dog, so there's gotta be some truth to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, for me, it doesn't really faze me too much. I mean, there's not really too many stereotypes that one can direct towards a white, straight, male, suburbanite kid, other than, I'm a stuck-up, sheltered kid.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, I tend to just, shrug it off. I don't really think about it.
Just shrug them off and laugh.
What about you, man? Your 5 illegitimate children?
I mean,
how do you take care of them all?
How do I take care of them all? I have your girl take care of them for me. That's what I do. But no, that's not
also another true stereotype.
I'm actually not getting at that. But no, Ricks, man. I mean, if we're being serious, no stereotypes. They do set us back. I mean,
yeah.
they're cool to laugh at. It's very fun to entertain and joke around with people you feel comfortable with.
Let me stop you right there, though. Let me ask you: is there truth to those stereotypes?
I mean, there's truth to all stereotypes. That's why they have them. But we can't use them as a generalization. I mean, has a black person ever been late to work? I'm sure that's happened. I mean, has a white person slept with this dog recently? I'm sure, but that doesn't mean that all black people are always late to work, or that all white people sleep with their dogs,
or have a small package.
Exactly. That's what we're getting at. So they're nice to laugh at, like with your friends, when you're chilling, like.
My package is just fine, by the way.
Yes, I'm sure, Riggs. I'm sure that's not the point, though. The point is that we shouldn't use these stereotypes as generalizations. We should realize that it's all just fun and games. They don't mean, doesn't mean they're all true.
Okay, but let me say, I hang around with a couple of people, some who may be my family, who do believe certain stereotypes and believe that they're more often than not an indicator of what a person is going to be like.
I think stereotypes set us back because
I don't disagree. Stereotypes set us behind, but it's like when people, when white people especially, see a trend within a particular community, like for example, the whole being late thing.
Yeah.
Well, they came up with a thing. It's like Black Person's Time or something like that, or wait, what was it?
It's called Color People Time.
CT.
Yeah, CPT.
CPT.
Color People's Time. So basically, there is a stereotype in the black community that we tend to be late. I mean,
to be fair, you are late all the time.
Me personally?
Yes, you personally.
No, I'm not.
You don't think so?
My employer wouldn't tell you that. I actually have, at my job, I have pretty good attendance, and I'm one of the most reliable employees when it comes to showing up on time.
Yeah.
Ask about me.
I'm gonna get so many haters.
No. But again, what my counterpart is trying to awkwardly say is that I'm not saying that stereotype holds true for the entire black community, but you specifically, Neil Batang, might be late to our filming sessions, and that's totally cool. I guess what we are trying to say from this is, yes, there are stereotypes. They can be funny, they can be cool, as long as you don't believe that these stereotypes hold true and use them to generalize or kind of as kind of blanket thoughts or statements, like that's where the danger lies within.
A lot of white people do believe in those stereotypes, though. I don't know if you understand like the gravity of how seriously ingrained it is.
No, I'm
in
sure,
their mindset.
and that's. I mean, people are entitled to believe what they want to believe. I mean, you can believe whatever the hell you want to believe. I mean, white people, excuse me, I shouldn't say that. There are people out there who believe Santa Claus exists still. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean it's true. You can believe. You're entitled to.
Are you saying white people are disillusioned by, or
Did white people invent Santa Claus?
I don't know.
I don't think that can.
I'm pretty sure white people invented
Okay,
Santa Claus.
and the Easter Bunny.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so definitely, so you can believe all of that stuff. You're entitled to believe whatever the hell you want to believe. I can't stop you or a family member of yours or a white friend of yours or a black friend of mine from believing whatever the hell they want to believe. That doesn't mean it's true though.
The problem comes when you actually live into those stereotypes. The person projecting those stereotypes actually infuses them with how they interact with the person.
Exactly. Like you'll have those moments like you'll go to a wedding and and there'll be a whole bunch of white people there and they'll play some rap and they'll just all look at you and it's just so awkward and they're just kind of waiting to see how you react, and they just put their hands like this, and I know what they're doing, and I just look down.
Dude, that's Soulja Boy.
Yeah, and look, you see this? I don't do the Soulja Boy. Yes, I have rhythm, but that doesn't mean that I'm thirsty to show everyone how rhythmically attuned I am.
No, you're thirsty for other things.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But I guess what we are trying to get at for this particular episode is just. Don't live your life by stereotypes, America, black or white.
Do black people like Kool-Aid?
I don't drink Kool-Aid. I don't drink. Me personally, I drink.
That's another big stereotype.
Okay. Oh, do they enjoy Kool-Aid? I mean,
is that like a culture?
Okay. I can speak for my family. No. Mm-hmm. But in the black community, yeah. I mean, we're talking about low-income, impoverished people, and what they dealt with. You know where soul food comes from, right? You know where the idea.
I don't.
You know where the idea of soul food comes from?
Harlem?
So, Harlem?
Harlem?
No, not Harlem. This guy Harlem. No, let me tell you where the idea of soul food comes from. Soul food comes from basically when the slaves were working, right? Mm. When the slaves were working at the end of the workday, right? Master would eat all of his good food and feed his family. Mm. All right? And the scraps, the leftover stuff, the unhealthy stuff, he would give that to his slaves. And the slaves would say that this was their soul food. That's what they looked forward to, was eating the crappy leftovers that their master left them. It fed their soul.
Really?
Yeah, that's where the idea of soul food comes from. Good food that isn't necessarily the healthiest for you, but it gets you by. It feeds your soul. So yeah, that's where it comes from. So maybe that's why. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with the enjoyment of Kool-Aid in the black community. I'm not a dude that consumes a lot of sugar, but
gotta stay swole, man.
Yeah, I like to take care of myself, but.
So I mean, then I guess what do you do then when somebody uses a stereotype
in a positive? Okay, so in a positive or negative way. So it happened in college, for positive and negative reasons. Like a girl would ask you, hey, are you packing? And you never know how to answer that. Do you want to find out? You don't want to say no. You don't want to say no. I mean, seriously,
that'd be great.
I mean, you don't want to say yes, and then and then sometimes when people get offensive, you just gotta, put them in check. Hey, I'm here with you. We're on the same level. Don't test me because I'm not the one. And when you address it to people like that, you say it one time, and you're stern with it, and you show that you are capable of having an intelligent conversation and articulately rationalizing your thought process. They don't mess with you from there.
Yeah. And a lot of the things that feed into stereotypes have to do with just the economic and cultural disparities between black and white communities. I mean, you look at the inner city where you have, and the South where you have a lot of impoverished blacks.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody, whether you're white or black, who's impoverished is going to be more likely to act negatively in society than positively.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Regardless of race.
Regardless of race.
Okay.
However, you see a lot more African Americans who live in the inner city and in the South who are super impoverished. And so I think a lot of it comes from the fact that we have all this preconceived ideas in our head about stereotypes that are only reinforced because nothing's changing when it comes to black and white community disparities.
Yeah, and the media
the
media they take these
doesn't
stereotypes
help it
and they
TV shows too, man.
and they perpetuate the hell out of them, and then that's what's hitting you all of the
TV
time.
shows
You know what I'm saying?
Awful at that.
So, I mean, you know, a black man can be a scientist. America, there are plenty of those as well, or an inventor, an engineer, and a white guy can carry his own on the dance floor. You know,
some of them.
A lot of them. You know, some of them, and I know. You know,
That might be the Soldier Boy again.
I don't think Ricks needs to do the Soldier Boy again. We're trying to gain subscribers, not lose them. So with that being said, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let us know what you thought about this particular episode of Race to 100 and other ones at that as well. Anything else you want to say?
No. We will catch you next time on the Race to 100. Peace.
That was
Nice, man.
My guy. That was fun.
That was good.